Welcome back. Hi. We are back in Lingo 2. I'm going to talk a little bit about the process that I've been using to make these videos for a minute because it's relevant. I've been recording and editing and publishing as I go. So I spent the bulk of this morning editing episode 13 of the series on Lingo 2. This is episode 15, as you can see down there. I don't know why more people don't just put their lives through an editor to look it over, because you miss all kinds of stuff. Like, I've blown past chests and things in blueprints, and editor Dart has said, hey, look, there's a thing. Oh, never mind. What I discovered going over the footage of 13 was I thought yesterday I was being really clever, figuring out things for these safes. But I was not as clever as I thought I was, and here's why. So far playing this, other than the words that I harvested from the Relentless, I have not been able to put anything into a safe and have it do anything interesting and give me the boom boom noise unless there was text in mint, the color that is the background of those safes, unless there was text telling me what to do to put something there. And so far, we've seen two of those. We've seen more and we've seen left. From the Relentless, I deduced that exit and hide were two more. But that's not everything that's in this area, because we have these doorways. These pedestals are mint colored, and every last one of them gives a 4-letter word as an answer. So there's the partial, it gives us part. This is, I forget what this is. It takes us back to the entry. This is where we got the X, but it gives us exit, which was one of the words that we now know does something. This was the unkempt, which gives us turn. Left. I forget where this is, but we know that left is one of the words. Shop, because we came down from there. This was just from a painting in the gallery. It isn't any way to get there and back again, but there's more. We got this last time. There's one more door, and then that says forth. That's the mechanism to move from one thing to the other, but hide is one of the words. So these things are the keys to these safes. So I'm going to try putting them all in now. So this is part for the partial. A, R, and we'll see if I'm clever. Oh no, I just solved this. And it's whole. That's Hughes. And the floor did not open up. I've been punked by Brendan so many times. The perceptive. Aha! This is the bro code. So, not everything gets a color necessarily. But let's go over it. So if this is the keyboard again, then we have nothing for Q. We've got white. We've got this, which is E. Can't really tell what color that is. Is that, I don't know, ebony? Is it black? Maybe it's black. Then the next key is red. Then the next key is teal or turquoise. Then yellow. Then U, I don't know what that is. But it looks really close to that. So I don't know what this is. I don't know what color to call this. Ultramarine? Then further along the line, that's I. I guess that's ivory? But it looks really close to white. I don't know. Then O for orange and P for pink. Fine. Then amber, silver, daisy. We've covered that one. Then fuchsia, I guess, if this is meant to be F. Green. H. A dark green H. I don't know what that is. I mean, that's not the color hazel, but it's the only H green color I could think of off the top of my head. J is a gaping hole. K is cocky. L is lime. And then back over here again, nothing for Z, nothing for X. C is coral, nothing for V, even though we don't have purple represented here and violet is totally a thing. So I don't know if this is, there isn't anything for V, or you haven't activated what's in this hole yet. Then B is brown, N is navy, and M is magenta. So there you go. There is the bro code. So if we see more, we at least have some idea, especially if it's a weird color like H that I'm not going to know what it is. Awesome sauce. Okay, back we go into the control center. It's going to let me in. So that's not the right color, so it's not going to do anything. So what is next? Exit we've done. Back is not on mint. Turn is, though. Turn was the very first one. So, oh, I don't have a T, so I cannot take the T from over there and move it. But I can do that. R is correct. This gets to be an N. Whoops. N. Undo. And then put a T in. Bing. And, oh, that's just open permanently. That looks like. That makes some sense. Oh, look. It's another menacing portal. Oh. It's another room into the same place. Another entryway into the same place. Ah. Okay, so this is hide. Whoops. And this is seek. But that's all that I can do. Ooh, I hope it was this one. Okay, that gets us back. So, maybe for that room, there are multiple ways in, and among them you can solve everything. Okay. Shop is also a possibility here. So, wait a minute. O, P, and into the, oh, maybe, I don't know. Oh, now I'm really confused. These doors are coming and going. Okay, so that's exit can now be answered. Entry can now be, oh, it's not entry, opposite of exit. Well, we'll take a letter there. It is. Enter. Okay. Left. Right. Okay. That's all of that. So here's a silly question. Why are the eyes doing what they're doing? That confuses me so much. Okay, back out again. So, okay. So why didn't the door close? Okay, let's say that it meant to close. Is there anything else? We've done turn, we've done part. We've seen exit, that's the way to get the trophy. Hide just puts seek up, but that's not a thing I can do because I can't enter an E into two different safes simultaneously. Not yet, anyway. What if I go, let's take a look at what it looks like with left in place, which was a particularly terrible choice for opening that room up. That opens that, and it's not walking around. Right, unhide was that word starting with a U that I couldn't figure out. But I notice that, like, these were unsolved in the other versions of this room. So, is it multiple copies of the room? That's why the doors are coming and going. Okay, so let's see if we can't figure this out. This is a U, and it only uses those letters. Opposite of hide. So something like unmask? Ah, there we go. Getting that did nothing, because this door still does nothing. Okay, so that's that little mystery figured out. So what I'm going to do now, we're all out of things to be able to test for in here. Until, well, let's get these letters back first of all. That closes up. Okay. Oop. So that's that. Let's go over it again. So part opened up a version of the Relentless. Exit gave us a trophy. Turn gave us a version of the Relentless. Left gave us a version of the Relentless. So did shop. More was the, what was it called? The repetitive? That gave us our first cyan letter. And then this, hide, just gave us the word seek. Okay. Well, the next thing to do is now I have done the map of 3 doors. That is over here. And so let me call that up. I have my map drawn out here. And we've actually checked a lot of these things. So now it's just basically, I want to make sure I check everything. So one question I've had is, That takes us out. Good. Does it take us out if we go from the reverse? Yes. Okay, so I think the front and the back of these shimmering lavender doors are equivalent to each other. As long as you go there, that's all that it requires. Okay, we've definitely checked all those doors. In this room, doing this sent us to loan and change. We've checked all three of the doors here. None of them go anywhere interesting. We've checked the rightmost of the doors here. We haven't checked the middle or the left. So if I do that, it takes me to second. If I go on the one on the left, or on the far side? Yeah, on the far side. We've tried the side that was near the door. It's first. Okay, so those are all wrong. What about the lavender door back there? Takes us to first. Okay. The next thing to try is this way. This will take us to loose strings. This is the next nearest thing. We've actually tried all three of those, and the lavender door takes us back to first? It does. Okay. So then, the thing to do is to go into second, and then go this way, past the countdown, into doorways, into one luck, which is not what I thought was going to happen. Which means coming from that direction. Where is that? Oh no, that's the right one. Wait, no, it's not. Oops. Okay. So what did I just do? I did that. Okay. So that's another warp that I went through just now. So if I go the left, it takes me back to first. Oh, what's the non-annoying way to get there? Second, go to the right. Half my map is upside down, of course, so now I have to do left and right that way. So from lone chance, the middle, you see that was a warp. Okay, so back to second, back to the right, into lone chance, and the third door takes me back to first. Okay, so back to second, back to the right, into lone chance. So I've now tried all those. What about this? Takes me to first. Fine. So that's not the room we needed. We've tried everything there now. So the last thing to do is to go in here and cut across to this room that initially we could only get by using a portal, by using a warp. And so now we're going to do the three things. Do the left. Yay! Dead. Alive. Or Alice. Alice isn't dead. And then, not start, begin. Yay! So now, what are you? We don't know. Oh, I think I do, because I think I know where we are. But that's not open. This, I bet, is just going to take me back to, whoopsie, no. It's going to take me back to lone chance. Oh, it takes me back to, I don't know. That map could be totally wrong. It could be that I have things connected that should not be connected. So, let's just go back to first so I know where we are. Go into second, go in the room to the right, and there's our countdown 0, and we verify that it does nothing other than being a 0. Okay, so that's that taken care of. Return to the gallery. Let's see if anything, I don't think anything has come up. Extravagant is the only thing in this room. This is the game, is checking everything. Those all seem to be the same. I think I've turned the music off. I'm not mad about that. Okay, and these. So, something else. This thing. We're going to try that again. There we go. Take a good running jump at it. The Sun Temple. Actually, you know what? I don't know where that door goes. Clearly that's how we left. So I do actually know where it goes and I've just forgotten. So when I did this earlier, I tried resolving everything. In other words, all of these have dots, kind of like the thing in the Parthenon has. I thought, I mean, this is the first time that we've had these dots with an icon in the center. So what I thought for this was it has to be something else related to like the moon that also is a 2-letter deletion on delay. And I don't know, that doesn't make any sense to me. Because lay doesn't make any sense. D-E-L, D-E-A, D-E-Y, D-L-A, D-L-Y, D-A-Y. We have as an answer E-L-A, E-L-Y, and L-A-Y. We've now gone through everything. So it is not another deletion, but day, night. So it doesn't have to work. It just has to be the moon-like equivalent of the other word here. So dawn, whoops, becomes dusk. Spring becomes fall, or maybe autumn, except I can't do that. So I'm going to leave it unsolved. Light becomes dark. Life becomes death. And warmth becomes cold? I mean, coolth is a word. Aha, chill. But without autumn, I can't do that. Because it really is not fall. And I need a cue. It's starting to feel very much like the things that I can do. I'm hampered by the fact, oh, right, that's how we got in here in the first place, is there. It's starting to feel like we're being severely hampered by the fact that we're not picking up any new letters. So I may have to peek because I'm running out of places to think of to explore. Now, here's one thing I will say. I was thinking of making this like a side video that isn't me playing a game. But one of my videos has received my first dislike. And I kind of don't care. That's going to happen. But it did, I mean, human nature, I did wonder, what was it about that video that made someone dislike it? The only thing I could think of is that was the video where I went and peeked to find out where the J was. I believe I've said this into the mic before now. But had I not gone and done that, I would have been stuck on that for a long time. I would have been at the point where I was like, well, I've done everything else. I'm running out of things to show you. Let me show you what I figured out with this, and then I would have felt stupid for solving all of those puzzles in the Jubilant that did not want a J, picking up the J, and then, well, why did I wait, weeks to do? When I solved Lingo 1, I really did sit on puzzles for weeks. That I kind of can't do here because I am doing it for an audience. So it is very much worth it for me to make sure that there is forward progress all the time. I thought, oh, I'm going to get a whole bunch of new rooms with those things that I found. Oh, there are two. There are two pedestals with panels up there at K and at L. If nothing else, I should visit those. It's in my best interest to make sure that there's forward progress all the time. On the nature of, and you can't see me right now, but I'm making big quote marks with my fingers in the air, on the nature of cheating. If you end up sitting there on your couch at home, solving a crossword puzzle and saying, well, if the crossing is the first name of an NFL player that has not been active for 15 years, crossed with the Babylonian god of orange juice, then if I don't know it, then the puzzle beat me and I just got it wrong. Under those circumstances, you were solving correctly, if that's what you like. If instead you say, this is a learning opportunity, I'm going to find out what that football player's name is, and I'm going to fill in the last square of the puzzle, I'm going to complete the puzzle, because that's what I want to do, then you are solving correctly. The point of doing puzzles is to have fun doing it. It's not a test of morality. It's not anything other than you sitting on your couch at home and just passing the time, doing something enjoyable that stimulates your mind. Let me whip out my credentials. I'm a published puzzle author. I've had things published in Games Magazine. I've had my own book published. I'm a current contributor to a periodical in the States for the puzzles. I have contributed to the MIT Mystery Hunt 2 different years, which means I was on a winning solving team 2 separate years. I am world ranked for solving puzzles in an international competition and in single digits for the world. And I've seen the demographics of how old my followers are, the people who watch this. And I'm considerably older than you. I've been doing this for longer than a lot of y'all have been alive. So I'm pretty entrenched in this idea of how do you solve? And the thing that I have learned is there are fewer rules than you think there are. Whatever it is that you feel comfortable doing, solving a puzzle, as long as it's not a competition situation where everybody has to play by the same rules in order to make it a fair competition, and that's what you signed up for. If it's just you sitting at home doing whatever, do what makes you feel good about the puzzle. Do whatever it is that makes you feel good about what it is that you're doing. You do not have to follow someone else's rules. And you should not be imposing your rules on someone else and saying, you can't do that. You can't use the hint system. You can't do this. It's like, it's part of the game. Brenton clearly thinks that you can. How much time do you think it took him to build this entire room? Honestly, this was not something that he did just, in 15 minutes in his spare time. It was like, someone might be interested in this. This took effort. He built little models of various parts of his game. What is this? I don't even know. What letter is this? Anyway, this took time. This is not something that he just did on a whim. I will have to figure out what the heck letter that is later on. This is part of the game. Using the insert key to get the first letter is part of the game. You can decide for yourself that you don't want to, but then that's your decision, not someone else's decision, and you cannot impose that decision on anybody else. That's what I have to say about so-called cheating. So let's take a second. I don't have anything else interesting and useful to do here. Let's look at these. We've looked at this. This was the M, and I did look at this to confirm, yeah, it really is in the impressive, right? We looked at this to see, oh, that's what this is these are the hints for things. B, right, there's a second brown room. V, this is V. Hedge your bets. Grin. I have no idea what word that's supposed to be. Is it just grin? Well, that's silly. This was a clue to V? I don't understand this clue. I totally do not understand the clue to V, because we know where we got V. It was in the unkempt. This does not make me think of the unkempt. I don't get it. C? Yeah. UCC. X. Hi again, but you never said bye. This looks like it's the Parthenon. Oh, it's directing you to the Burgundy Arch in the Parthenon area. And it's cluing you in, this is the word you need to type in. Fine. Z. I catch Z's during the day. Who am I? Who? It's the owl. So you need to go into the owl and solve it. Which, I mean, this clue is only for someone who never tried going into the owl, because the Z is visible, bobbing out of reach. Now we're on this A. Yep. Was this the sort of witnessy floor? S. Go over to the dark side. At least blue lasts. Nope, read that wrong. Yeah, so go in past the L, go through the archways, and go into the dark room, and here's how you get there. Like, this is all... Return to entry, try again. D. We're on D? Yeah, that was just the than. Then F. Hee hee. Pun fun. That's cute. I like that. I'm glad I'm looking at these. You should always aim to amaze me. That's the court thing. And there's a big old G in the center. Oh, except now maybe I can't get out. Oh, there we go. H is written on the ceiling. No, just look at it. I don't think you could get in there without that. This we did. That was, where's the J? K. Do you know? Oops. No. I mean, if I'm going to try to 100% that. Enter trick. Just take the L. So you got to look at these in order to be able to 100% the game. You have to look at the hints. Clue. This is P. Rise to the occasion. Sacrifices must be made. Oh, yeah. Okay. So that red passageway. Oh. Oh, my word. What's my O word? I think, therefore, I already found I. Yeah, you didn't get here without finding the I. I see you. So go into that and fall down that hole to get to you. Y. Mm-hmm. T. You got this down to a T. R. You are already in possession of R. How did you get here otherwise? E. An important artifact. It belongs in a museum. Yeah, so you have to go to the museum to go into the painting. W. Right. Mm-hmm. And then the Q. How do you get to the Q? Color. Not blue. Oh, gray. Left for it's in Daedalus. Q. Why am I so late to unlock? A. You aren't as useful as I am. Okay, so the Q is somewhere in Daedalus. So it's to the left and go through an orange thing. Well, let's try doing that today. Let's get the keyboard. I mean, Daedalus was one of those things that I could go back to do. It's just I feel like I would be better off trying to map the thing than wandering in there again. So actually, whoops, return to Daedalus. this area. Ooh, do I know what that doorway is? I don't think I do. But that's not where we were going. We want to go into an orange thing here. This is the thing, is that I can't really navigate something as complicated as this without a proper map to be able to help me figure out what the space actually looks like, because this just confuses me. Yeah, now that's behaving like it should. Okay. We're running out of time. Let's have another look in the Hinterlands. So that's the first time that a hint has not really told me anything more than what I need to know. O, yep, O is available. Let's go up and take a look and see what O has to say for itself. Like, we know where the O is. Fruit, color, it's hard to find a rhyme. For orange. Yeah, go through the orange door. That's unhelpful. Now let's spend some time trying. Because, I mean, is this set to orange? It sure is. Because I'm convinced that's the next letter we need to get. So if I go over here, and I go into the unkempt, then the way into orange is over here. I enter Daedalus this way, and apparently we can do something about this. It's there, if only there was something that I need to do. So I've only got a couple minutes left. So, tell you what. For those of you who have been hanging out, I'm going to give you an opportunity to help me. I would like to know what it is that I am missing to get my second O. If you've been playing and you have a clue for me, put the clue into the comments and do rote 13 to it so it's not clear. If this were the Discord, you could just hide it, but you can't do that on a YouTube comment. I'm ready to accept a hint for this. And I said I was going to go to a source that I trust. But no, for those of you who've been following me and sticking with me for 15 whole episodes of this, let's start. Give me a clue for how do I get that second O? How do I get that black door open if it's supposed to be something I can manage to do? I've shown you my work. Give me your best answer. That'll be it for this episode because I feel like I'm getting to the point where I am stuck. Hopefully, we will get unstuck and we'll be able to continue moving forward. I'll see you again soon.